Hello guys, in this audio I'm going to explain water on earth. Our lesson today, water on earth, and this is part 1, okay? There are two types of water, fresh water and salt water. There are two types of water, fresh water and salt water. Okay, fresh water is water without salt. Fresh water is water without salt, okay? And about 3/4 of Earth's surface is covered with water. About 3/4 of Earth's surface is covered with water. And if I ask you, the land is covered what of Earth's surface? The land covers around 1/4 of Earth's surface. The land covers around 1/4 of Earth's surface, but 3/4 of Earth's surface is covered with water. Okay? Approximately means around or almost. Around or almost. So approximately around 3/4 of Earth's surface is covered with water. And about 97% of water of Earth's water is salt water. About 97% of Earth's water is salt water. So the fresh water is 3% only of Earth's water. Fresh water is 3% only of Earth's water. Okay, so about 97% of Earth's water is salt water or fresh water, salt water, but 3% only of Earth's water is fresh water. Okay, and if I ask you, where can we find the salt water? What are the places of salt water? We can find salt water in oceans, seas, gulfs, bays, and straits. These are the places of salt water. Oceans, seas, gulfs, bays, and straits. What is strait? A strait is a narrow waterway. Strait is a narrow waterway. Can we say it together? Strait is a narrow waterway. This is strait, narrow waterway. So if I ask you, what are the places of salt water? The places of salt water are oceans, seas, gulfs, bays, and straits. Okay? Can we drink salt water? No. Salt water is not safe to drink. Salt water is not safe to drink. And we can find salt water in some lakes. Like what? Like the Great Salt Lake in Utah. The Great Salt Lake in Utah. Utah is a place and it's in USA. It's not in Egypt, it's not in Europe, but it's in USA. So we can find some salt lakes like the Great Salt Lake in Utah. And this Great Salt Lake contains salt water. Okay? The Great Salt Lake contains salt water. Salt water cannot be used for drinking, as we said. And if I say, where can we find fresh water? Fresh water is safe to drink. And fresh water is found where? Fresh water is found in lakes, in rivers, and stored underground. So where can we find fresh water? We can find fresh water in lakes, in rivers, and stored underground. And much is frozen in glaciers. What about glacier? Glacier means large area of slow moving ice. What is glacier? Glacier is a large area of slow moving ice. Glacier is a large area of what? Of slow moving ice. Fresh water is also found in ice of Arctic and Antarctic regions. So where can we find fresh water? We can find fresh water in lakes, in rivers, and stored underground and in frozen areas like Arctic and Antarctic regions. Okay, let's move to another part in our lesson or another point. What about the surface water? Surface water is water that is stored in earth streams, rivers, and lakes. So if I ask you define surface water is water that is stored in earth streams, in rivers and lakes. Surface water, water that is stored. That is stored where? In earth streams, in rivers and lakes. Surface water is water that is stored in earth streams, rivers and lakes. Okay? And if I ask what are the sources of surface water? The sources of surface water, streams, lakes, and rivers. So the sources of surface water are streams, lakes, and rivers. What are the sources of surface water? The sources of surface water are streams, lakes, and rivers. Okay? What's meant by stream? Stream is a small, narrow river. Stream is a small, narrow river. Okay? Stream is a small, narrow river. Streams form when precipitation falls to earth as rain, snow, sleet, or hail. Okay? Let's explain the meaning of precipitation. Precipitation means water that falls to earth's surface as rain, snow, sleet, or hail. Precipitation, water that falls to earth's surface as rain, snow, sleet, or hail. This is the meaning of precipitation. Precipitation, water that falls to earth's surface as rain, snow, sleet, or hail. Sleet means snow rain. It's a mixture of rain and snow. Sleet, snow, rain, or a mixture of what? Mixture of rain and snow. And what's meant by hail? Hail is a frozen rain. Hail is a frozen rain or pieces of ice. Balls or pieces of ice. This is the meaning of hail. So hail, balls or pieces of ice. And sleet means snow rain or a mixture of rain and snow. Okay? This is precipitation. So precipitation, water that falls to earth. Surface as rain, snow, sleet, or hail. Water that falls to earth. Surface as rain, snow, sleet, or hail. Okay? Most fresh water is stored underground. Most fresh water is stored where? Underground. And underground is water found below Earth's surface. Water found below Earth's surface. This is the meaning of groundwater. Groundwater is water that found where? Below Earth's surface. Okay, guys, thank you and goodbye.